Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding Anna Bracken Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this episode, we're going to go with Frankie Lyman, or Elmira, or Elizabeth, or Zola. Shout out to Why Do Foes Fall in Love. Last night I came home making some dinner. I turned on the Netflix. What's the first thing that pops in suggestions? Why Do Fools Fall in Love. Netflix, you are correct.
Why they correct?
Submit. A black classic movie with Lorenz Tate, Halle Berry, Lela Rashad, and Vivica A. Fox. Sickening. And Niram got all into it because that's one of the movies you can kind of get up, walk away, walk around. Mm-hmm. And Niram was plastered to the TV.
It was. I love those classic black cinemas.
I was like, Niram, you seen this before?
And I was like, yeah, but shit. It's like when a Temptations movie come on for me.
And it's just a rap, huh?
Yeah. I ain't doing shit else. Like, I'm just watching. I'm doing all the moves. Blue! Blue!
But it was a great movie. But it was sad that he died so young, though. Like, that ain't nothing to play with, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he died very, very young, like at 25, 26.
Yeah.
Due to heroin, them opioids. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, opioids.
It's nothing to play with. But, even at a state, like, same stuff going on. Stuff we just talked about with the Lion King. Like, who owns what music and who was he married to? And even back in the day, y'all just be marrying people. Back in the day.
That nigga was marrying everybody. Hey, I like you. Let's get married.
Not only that, honey, they think they doing it from the old school. Just because you jump over the broom, that don't mean you married, right? Our ancestors had to do that because they didn't have the rights and the laws didn't support them. But y'all, the blacks can get married. Or what was folks getting married and then not getting divorced? Were people just not strict on paperwork back then?
I guess so.
Like did the judge? I feel like the court should catch that when you apply for your marriage certificate to be like. You're not married somewhere I guess it's not electronic. They don't even run that through a database now, just to be like, so are you married to anybody in the United States of America? That should be a database.
I guess not.
I guess that is true. I know when you get that divorce, they really run them paperwork on you.
They sure do.
And them assets and everything else going on.
But when your ass get married, they don't do shit.
Good luck.
They just say, fill out this piece of paper.
Good luck. Look, see you in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, who is you?
I'm Niram.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 274, y'all.
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. It's my favorite day of the week. Shout out Friday.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't did it in a while either.
We haven't did it in a very long time, so it's feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
It's my check-in.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't have anything. If y'all can tell by my voice, I think I done messed around and got sick.
I like this little raspy, sultry voice.
After I make it through today, and Lord knows today is a long day, but after I make it today, I will officially be on vacation for like 7 to 10 days, and I'm so excited. But I think I'm going to be sick. Y'all, I'm tired. Can't get comfortable. We had our air quote heat wave again in California. It ain't really a heat wave. It's like high 80s, high 90s. But we not used to know high 80s, high 90s with a little bit of humidity with no air. Mm-hmm. This is not even central air weather. This is even if you just had a unit,
right? You
could cool off. But if you don't got no unit, child, because for y'all, I'm learning that summer don't even come to San Francisco until September, October. Yeah. So this is on time. So into August, September, October is the hottest months, for out here.
Yeah.
Compared to everybody else, where I'm ready to get in the cardigan weather. Ain't cardigan weather. It's time for me to put on a boot. A sweater, a hoodie.
You love wearing a boot.
I love a boot. I'm done sweating. That's all I got on there. I'm just not feeling the best, and I'm trying to push through.
I hear you.
What's going on with you?
Still adjusting at work. I've talked to a couple people. I talked to my CEO, and just to have that conversation, like I'm still adjusting. Allow me some grace. And, I'm going to get better at this, right? So one of the things I've had a conversation with my therapist this week, these past 2 weeks, is this whole notion of negative self-talk. And, how does these self-defeatist behaviors affect you, right? Especially at a new workplace, with me being at this new place and everything like that. Like, how is that affecting me, and how is that affecting my work? And, how do I overcome that? And so, she brought up a whole bunch of things about, imposter syndrome, and as well as like, I'm feeling like I'm super nigga here at this job. Because they're like, well, we're going to lean on you right off bat to do this, and it's a startup. So, that's the only thing that I can really expect of, right? But also having like this negative self-talk. And, one of the things is when I get in these situations, or even just learning, like when I get in these situations where I get overwhelmed and like negative self-talk is getting in the way, I'll self-sabotage and just put myself in predicaments where they be like, well, we got to let you go, Nero. And then also talking to the therapist to be like, well, is that what you value, right? Like, I thought that's what you don't value that. And it's like, yeah, I don't. So why would you do that? And it's like, well, it's the anxiety, it's the negative self-talk, and it's everything else. So these past couple of weeks, I've been, the therapist gave me an excitement where we wrote down maybe about 10 to 15 things that, like, I say to myself in my head, like, you trash, you're a bad writer, like, you don't need to be here, things of that sort. And every morning or just throughout the day, I start to pull that piece of paper out and say it in like funny, not when you say funny, but like, yeah, funny voices, right? So Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction, like you need to yell it from the top of your lungs, or like Prince, Purple Rain, Purple Rain Prince, and sing it that way, right? To show that, by doing that, you're taking the power away from these negative stuff, these negative voices that you have in your head. But it also helps you to remember that it's just voices, and B, when you're doing these voices, it's just plain old ridiculous, right? Like they're just shit that's going on in your head, and you don't have to listen to them. And I think that was more or less the realization that I had. It's like I don't have to listen to them, right? And I think when it's your voice, the voice that's in your head telling you this stuff, it has a lot more power than you saying it out loud in these funny or like different voices. So if anybody else is struggling through that, maybe that's an assignment that y'all can do as well.
Since you've been doing it, how's it been working, or what's going on with it?
I think what's going on is that the things that I just used to say to myself, I just don't say anymore. Like a couple of the things, like I just don't say anymore, right? Like you trash or you're a bad writer, right? It just don't come up in there because I just been repeating it and saying it so much out loud that it just don't have so much. It don't even have that power that my mind was like, oh,
true.
Okay. Why are we saying it? Yeah.
So it's been positive.
Yeah, it has been positive. Okay. Other than that, took Mabel to work a couple of days.
Jesus.
She is such a ham. Why everywhere Mabel go, people love her.
Why you say that, hater?
They do. What? CEO, I think Mabel's fond of me. I can get
fond. Why does it matter?
I don't know. I can get used to Mabel getting here, being here.
Oh, she not used to another dog?
No, because there's other people dogs there, but they be spazzing out and shit, I guess. But Mabel be quiet. She'll sneak up on somebody,
lick an ankle,
and things of that sort. And I guess that's where the CEO's like, oh, I think Mabel likes me. I said, well, I said it. She's licking my ankle.
That should be creepy. I told her to cut that creepy shit out.
And I'm like, it's just Mabel.
Ain't no consent.
And it's just Mabel.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Other than that, y'all just keep me prayed up, man, especially with Justin and with work.
You will. That's what you prayed for.
Yeah. Sometimes you get what you ask for, and you be like, wait a minute, this ain't what I thought it was going to be.
What you asked for, here you go. Now it's yours.
Yeah, so, since we had so much not pillow talk, so much Shout Out Friday stuff, I figure
we
we'll
had
just...
like 3 or 4 weeks to catch up on.
Yeah, so I figure we'll just do some like quick table topics, and then we'll just hop right into...
Shout Out Friday, so we can be caught up.
Yeah, so we can get caught up.
Okay, sounds good.
And so the first one, what's the most unusual thing you know how to do?
What?
Yeah.
I'm bad at these things because I don't have a lot of hobbies.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with a hobby.
That is a hobby.
What's the
most unusual thing you know how to do?
Mm.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
What's yours then? Well, of course you got one.
Yeah.
What's yours?
When I rub my eyes, it make a noise, like a
I think
noise.
a lot of people could do that.
And then like sometimes I like rub it to like make a beat.
Oh, that's unusual.
It is.
There we go.
That's the unusual part.
Thank you.
That I'll rub it and like make a little beat with it.
I don't think it's anything unusual. I'm gonna just keep rolling. I don't think it's anything unusual I have, but I'm like super double jointed in certain places.
Like where?
Like my hands, my arms. I think a lot of other folks are doing that, but it'll just like pop, and people are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's just what my body does." So I don't have a lot of unusual things. Neil's better at these types of questions. Y'all, I'm boring. For some reason, people think I'm like super entertaining and all of this above. Like, I find joy in the little daily life to life events. I find joy in people watching. Yes, that would describe me in a bubble. Like, I find joy in just looking at the subtleties around me. So I don't have big unusual things.
Okay.
Neil yells at me though. He said I need to go out there and be more amongst the people. I need to stop staring at the people, be more amongst the people.
Yeah.
Whatever. Next question.
That's your Leo on you.
No, I think that's my Virgo.
Yeah. Nah.
Leo's kind of center of attention sometimes.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes y'all be perched up on that mountain like Lion King.
You said, what's Pride Rock?
Yes.
We be sitting on Pride. Head out to Leo season.
Y'all just be perched up, just looking at everybody.
Look at doing what?
Nothing. Just
Just
looking.
looking
You're looking at all the animals. And then sometimes y'all come on down.
and play a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go on back up
Right.
with our own kind
Yeah.
and comb our hair.
All right. Question number 2. Where is your dream home located, and what does it look like?
Ooh. I don't know if I have a location physically, but it's a space where I have quick accessibility to work, quick accessibility to my family, walking distance to a market in a Trader Joe's. Also, it's near like a wooded area. I don't know where this will be. That's like what I'm the aesthetic
What type
of it.
of suburban, urban, country living is this?
Nigga, ain't this my dream?
Yeah.
I'm telling you what it is.
Okay.
Access to that, and as far as to like a major city, I would like to be within like an hour of it. But I want to have the privilege of having like a commuter rail by me. So maybe the commuter rail is like 4 blocks away. Okay, that's a bit much. A mile. And so if I want to just on a Saturday morning or a Thursday evening just head to whatever major city it is, I can either just walk the mile or I can quickly drive there and I can quickly drive to like the commuter rail stop and just head to the city. What does it look like? I'm still a Midwest girl at heart, so I need space. I don't want it tight. Like, I really think high ceilings, multiple bedrooms, really, really like a good kitchen. So my spaces that I have to focus on is a really, really good kitchen. I need multiple stoves. I need spread out. Like, I need to be able to host a whole party in my kitchen. Also, the next most important space is my bathroom. I want a huge tub. It's been a while since I've had like an oversized tub that I really can get in and soak in. Honestly, it's just been a while since I've had a bathroom that I enjoy being in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, some bathrooms you're like, I just want to get in and out. But the next place that I want my dream home, I want it to be somewhere where I just luxuriate. You ever just been to folks' house and you're like, oh, I would just be here all day in the bathroom. And then the last space I would say somewhere to do, just have people come, congregate, watch movies. I want a really lived in house. So I want you to be able to come to my house and see blankets and see pillows. And I want you to get on my couch and I just want you to sink into my couch. And when you like lay on my couch, you get like a puff of lavender.
What?
Nigga, this was you asked me the question and I answered it.
But like,
did I not describe the right things?
where does this puff of lavender come from?
Like, well, you know when you saw them sit on people's furniture, you be like, it's like chicken. I want it to be lavender.
Oh.
Like aromatherapy.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want you to want to sink into the couch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking of.
And then lavender like puffs out.
No, like the scent of lavender, like aromatherapy. Like, I want folks to find it hard to leave. I want people to come to my house when we're originally supposed to go out, and they be like, "Child, let's just stay here."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll order Uber Eats."
Look, because that's what I wanted to do anyway.
That's what I want to do anyway. Let's just stay here. I'm comfortable. I said, "Is you comfortable?" Or I want to have the house that when people come stay, they enjoy staying there. Because sometimes you go to people's house, you be like, it's time to go. For numerous reasons. But I want to be a house that when people come stay tonight, they oversleep.
Mm.
That's the feel. That's the touch of the type of house I want to go to. I want to have the pantry that's overstocked, the fridge that people walk in. You go to some people's houses, you don't know if you should touch things because it'll break.
Mm.
I don't want that type of house. Or you don't know if you should like go in anything, or you don't know how to find anything. I want a house that's very practical, makes sense. If you go in the refrigerator, you see an egg, the pan is going to be below the, like next to the stove. I want stuff that's very, very practical.
Okay.
You don't like my description there?
No.
What's going on with you then?
That's your description, baby.
Well, what about yours?
As I was thinking about yours, I was like, damn, mine is not really that specific. I just want
Was that too specific? I don't even have a city or state. I don't even know if it exists.
I was just saying, like, damn, I just want to be at least, I don't want to, if I'm not in the city, I want to be like 15 minutes outside the city so I can get there as quickly as possible and do all the happenings, but be able to get the fuck out of there when it's time.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
1 bedroom, a house, a townhouse, a loft. Like I was imagining mine on at least a half acre of land.
'Cause look, you got half acres of land.
And that's not even a
shit.
lot of land, but at least a half an acre. Maybe even full acre of land.
It'll be a house. I don't know if it'll be on like that much land, half acre, things of that sort. But what I really want is somewhere that I can get accessible to the city and like get back to like
Quickly.
quickly, and just be all right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What do you want to do? What do you want to make sure you do before you die?
Lord, I don't know if I like to say this out loud. I think I've already been doing it. Just to be present and have an impact and to do better, right? Every day just to be a little bit better. So when I go to bed and wake up, to be a little bit better than I was yesterday. Honestly, if you'd asked me this maybe 3-4 years ago, I would have had a career goal and a life goal. Like I might even say kids and all that, but I don't know. It's just to have joy, to be a little bit better than I was yesterday, and I have impact. And however that manifests, I'm open to it. Who am I, right?
Yeah. Who are
But
you?
I have a couch that smells like lavender.
But you want a house that smell like lavender. That
Like, you know what I'm talking about? When you lay down, you're like, oh, this smells good. It's like what they did with Rihanna. Remember, what was that, a couple years ago when everybody, like, how was your interaction with Rihanna? Everybody, she smelled good. And they were like, oh. Like, even the person interviewed was like, oh, well, we assumed that she would smell okay, unless she just come back from performing or working out. That's how I'm on my couch. But no, just to have joy, to be a light, to impact others, to help other people. And to just, the day that I lived the day before, every day is just a little bit better than the last. And again, however that manifests. If I become a mother, I become a mother. Fine. I do. I don't. I stay in this career. I do. I don't. That doesn't matter to me as much anymore. You? Why did I look like that surprised you? Why did that answer surprise you?
because that is totally different from when we first met.
What was it when we first met?
Oh, Nyambi had these set hard goals. 25, kid by 30, two kids by 31.
Don't do that. Don't do that because people be falling to. I almost said that trap, but people be falling. People be having them. What's it called? Irish twins back to back. No.
White picket fence and a dog.
I won't. I got my dog.
Yeah.
And maybe we get on my nerves, honey. Once a week, I tell her she might go back to the pound. When them commercials come on, I be like, that could be you.
Oh my God.
Be grateful. And she look at me. When it was Why Do Fools Fall in Love, when Frankie Lyman had that dog out the window, Mabel looked at me. But I said, I ain't gonna throw you out no window. Don't be having an ACPA over here at me.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Well, she heard the dog yelping. She said, wait
What
a
the
minute.
fuck? And this
Said, what
is
y'all watching? Watching this abuse against my people. What about you?
I think one of the things I want to do before I die is travel the world. Like I want to do.
What's true?
I want to do like a 3-month world traveling thing, right?
Yeah.
Where I just got a big ass backpack and I just go and like spend weeks or days in certain areas and then get on the plane ticket.
And then go.
Yeah. Like I want it to be to the point where, and I think this even is a little fun. Like I just have this certain amount of money and then I can only stay in that place for 72 hours before I go and look and buy a plane ticket to another place.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That might be stressful. I can't do it with the backpack. I'm definitely going to have 4 seasons booked. But yeah, I would like to travel more. But honestly, no. If the Lord say no, that's fine too.
Okay. How do you measure success?
Joy and health. Well, honestly, health more so now. Especially with some things that are going on with some close friends of ours, family members, the deaths that we have. We just getting older. The bones are creaking, breathing heavy on treadmills. Health is the key metrics to wealth in life, period.
Yeah, I agree.
If you are not healthy, it don't really matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter. So health and joy. If I had to pick a close second, will be joy. Not happiness. Happiness is fleeting. Joy is what maintains you through even sorrow. So even through painful experiences, a lot of times you can still find joy. But even before joy, I would like to have health. Like if I got to be miserable, I would like to be healthy and miserable. Especially just getting older. Like you just see it. You be like, Lord have mercy.
You do?
No, I'm serious. And health, meaning physical and mental.
Yeah.
All of that. Emotional, spirit. You have to be healthy.
I agree. I would say health as well. Initially, it was like money and things of that sort, but like moving out here to Silicon Valley, I've came to realize that money do just grow on trees. So
the secret, they don't tell y'all, they do be growing on trees. Now you might not be able to become a billionaire or something, but you can. If you understand the system in the game, you can make some money.
Yeah. And so money grows on trees here, but that shit don't mean nothing if your health is not together.
If you're in the hospital, you can't move, you're aching, you're breathing, you can't enjoy different things.
Especially with the fast pace of everything out here, that you just gotta be able to move.
Try it's so fast paced that Mabel be sleep sometimes. Mabel be heading into the office with him, she come home and take a nap. How the dog be exhausted.
And so you want to get into some Shout Out Friday?
Yeah, it's time for shout. We got that many Shout Out Fridays.
Yeah, we got like at least
lot to catch
10
up on.
voicemails.
Okay, well let's go.
All right.
Thank y'all for hanging into there. This was not a rough transition back, but woo.
Like we just been moving. It's been a lot. Like from you being out on the East Coast, me coming back, and then the job and starting the new job. It has been a lot. And then we both have long weeks this week.
That's true.
Like I don't even think it's been a day this week that we both got home before 6 p.m.
Yeah. Child, I was going to say 7 or 8.
Yeah. Like 7 p.m.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of crazy. All right. Y'all lucky I got this.
Oh, please. Nams.
All right. So let's go on to Apple Podcasts. This one says, first episode by Navy Girl. And it says, I missed y'all, but I love that you guys shared your first episode again. Started listening about 1.5 years ago, but didn't go all the way back. So this was a nice surprise. Thank you, and let me listen to the latest episode. We got another one that says Black Love Matters from a poet with cloud envy. And it says, I just want to say that this podcast is everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You want to read this one?
Yeah. This one, who is this from, Nirams?
Savannah.
Miss Joss. It says hella long. It says, hey cousins. It's Savannah. I almost said Savannah. I miss y'all so much. It's partly my fault because I was on summer break. I was out here being a hot girl. Ain't no wrong with that. When I tell you, I shouted when Niram said he has a new job. I shouted and did the Will Smith clap from Pursuit of Happiness. I definitely prayed for you. God's got a blessing with your name on it. Congratulations. I'll drink to that. You know I have my bullet points. Bullet point 1. Thank you, Nyambi. Thank you. Thank you for telling me Candy passed away on Pose before I watched it. I had to get myself some Wingstops and sweet tea to watch the episode. I was in tears. Thank you for bracing me for that moment. I'm going to miss Pray Tell and Candy joining on each other. Nets. I knew Ricky was going to be Nets on that hit list. His ass just couldn't get enough of being a whole hoe. I did shed a tear because I realized that he's just a baby trying to figure it out. He honestly wants to be loved by anyone instead of someone. Anyone instead of someone. When he sleeps with people without condoms, it's deeper connection for him. I need to remind myself that these are characters, but these stories are so real. I agree. Ricky is a whole hoe, but he is looking for love. And the thing is, I don't know if he's looking for love or even a father figure. I'm not sure which one. Maybe a mixture of both. But But he is a ho-ho.
That is interesting.
He is a ho-ho, though.
That, yeah. Ooh, I ain't
What?
think about that. They looking for a father. That's like, never mind. I was going to say, that's like some of these women who got daddy issues.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You ain't see that connection?
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely
And some of y'all
father.
niggas got
And like
daddy issues?
and being
Oh,
protected,
Lord.
protected and like sought after and felt good. Like I think there's something got to do with that too. I'm assuming as they were developing the character. No, that ain't a mama issue. That's a daddy issue. Where's the next one? Oh, I have taken a new position
Oh, shit.
in a white space with a sprinkle of black people. Mind you, I teach children of color. We basically had a training on how to relate to air quote our children. I read between the lines and came to the conclusion that these wonderful people, white people, don't know how to reach air quote our kids. I refuse to be the token black girl for my department. They are shocked by how I articulate myself in depth of knowledge. My HBCU prepared me for these moments. I just don't want to end up being the token black girl or the black child whisperer. What can I do to prevent this from happening? Consistently call them on their shit. Find out it's not one woke white person. It's usually one woke white person, and what you need to do is team up with them and get them to get them to understand that it's their job to educate their peers. So that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
So it sounds like your team want to do well, but they don't know how to navigate in this space, but they don't want to put the energy out to do it. And that's cool, but they don't need to rely on you to do every single thing.
Right,
Could you be a point of contact for some stuff? But no. But some of the work that they have to do to connect to, I know we're talking about the brown children, is their own work, right?
Yeah.
So it's them unpacking their own biases. It's them navigating and understanding like their history. I would have y'all should do a book club and have them read Robin DiAngelo's White Fragility. Y'all need to talk about microaggressions. Like that's the type of shit you need to get them on, because it's not even about the kids. It's about themselves and unpacking their whiteness. And especially as I kind of do more of this type of work, it is so about them, sis. And I would try to, like I said, partner with the woke ally, because usually it's always one of them. Usually it's like a white man or a white woman in the corner who always be kind of cutting their eyes and might not be saying too much. Partner with them to do some work. But I would encourage them to really connect to the kids. Is about this sense of authenticity, and brown folks and brown children can sense that when the authenticity is missing. So for you to really connect with this authenticity, they need to unpack that. But I absolutely recommend Robin DiAngelo's Right Fragility. Have it as a book club.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm still going. Nyambi, I appreciate you talking how someone can change in 3 to 4 years, so you can give that person another chance. My name isn't Biggie, and I don't give out chances. So I thought God has a way of humbling you. You made me realize that people do change. They just need a chance to prove themselves. I almost missed out on an opportunity with someone amazing. Your words solidified God's plan. No, I do believe people change, but you gotta watch. You gotta watch out though.
You gotta put your eyes on.
You know, if they fuck up again, you done gave the grace. You're not Jesus Christ, right? But I do believe that people can change and evolve if you give them the space to do it.
Yeah.
And lastly, I lost my best friend because I held her accountable for her toxic behavior. How do you tell a loved one that his or her behavior is toxic? Evidently, my words cut her deep. I simply pointed out her tone, body language, actions, and words spewed toxicity. She never apologized for the things she's done wrong, but she would justify her actions and place blame on you. What is that called? Gaslighting. Don't worry. I'll wait. I even tried to reach out to have a conversation with her. It didn't happen. I would want my friend to tell me about myself, hold me accountable for the things I've said and done. I'm mature enough to have a conversation with you and listen to comprehend and not to respond. She basically told me I was never her friend for saying the things I said to her. I used receipts to support my explanations. She admitted she had some of those things, but not all. She refused to apologize. I just need some understanding. Maybe I missed something. I'm sorry. This is hella long. Sometimes you gotta let people go. It just sounds like she wasn't ready to receive it.
Yeah.
And you had to do this for her, and you had to move on, because if you didn't, that means her feelings and her emotions is more important than yours. And that's not true. Some folks just not ready to receive it.
No, they ain't.
And like this situation has nothing to do with you.
Sure don't.
And whatever he or she goes through, what she gonna go through, they might come back to you and say, my bad, didn't mean it, different place, different foci. I don't think it's you at all. We just changed. We evolve over time. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes that happens, right? Like you evolve, you grow apart, you do all that.
And there's nothing to change. There is no validation to it.
No.
There is no closure. You said your piece. You said that you loved her. If you want to take it an extra mile further, you can say, I always love you. If you ever want to connect or talk, just reach out to me. But I think this is all this person. This is how they navigate through their space. This is their coping mechanism, and people haven't called it on them a lot. Also, sometimes folks don't even realize who you are when you're in a positive space. So sometimes people only see you, recognize you, and receive you when you're toxic. So as you heal yourself and you get in a better space, she might not even be able to connect to that because she's not at the place where she's going through the process of being healed or is healed too. So she could be right in that to say you are a completely different person. Because I'm assuming, Savannah, that you done changed, evolved, healed, apologized, left some people, moved on. And through her eyes, she don't see that as a healing process. She sees that as you changing, not being the same person, not being her friend she was connected to. You switched up on her. So she might be telling the truth, but for you to live your truth, you got to move on because you're just a new person. And look, you got to Marie Kondo it, thank it, and send it on. But leave the door up because she could change in a few years. Right. Like that, with age, I'm learning folks do change. Sometimes you just need distance. And distance to be great, but not you, her.
Yep.
All right. Oh, I said P.S. Juicy, and I said Mabel our love. Mabel bad. She's trying to jump off the bed now. Go ahead, Nerims.
Oh, she'll be all right. Oh, Juliana said something about picnic date. She said, hold up, did y'all go to Jackson to the park with the Cascades on that date? If so, that's my hometown. I don't even remember what she's talking about. What date?
Nerium ain't take me on no date. He been stingy. Oh. When's the last date you took me on?
You know what?
And don't say that Raymond place was actually taking yourself on a date.
What you mean? What you mean?
What I said.
Oh, okay.
I said what I said.
All right, we got one from Shonda. It says drama at the kitchen table. Long email, so sorry.
It's okay.
It says, hey y'all. First, I want to say I love the podcast and I've been a faithful listener since the beginning. I promise I hear Nyambi saying, hey bitch, in my head 100 times a day dealing with these crafty colonizers. Okay? So here's the drama. My 14-year-old daughter has been with her dad for most of the summer. Last night she called me crying hysterically saying that she wants to come home. So, of course, my husband and I jumped in the car to go pick her up.
Now, you know you can't do that.
Why she can't do that?
She's 14 and she hysterically crying. 14-year-olds are hysterically cry if they out of Captain Crunch.
Small backstory. Her dad and I haven't been together since she was 3 and are both married.
Why didn't you call him?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Listen, we're going to see what's going on.
So she was at his house with him, his wife, her 12-year-old stepsister, a 6-year-old brother. We get that their house. We get to their house and find out that my ex has been creeping on his 12-year-old. What?
Hold on. Creeping on
his 12-year-old stepdaughter.
And touching. Oh no. Go ahead.
And going into her room at night, touching her, sending her explicit text pictures, and God knows what else. Ooh.
Get the fuck out.
You know, immediately I questioned.
Oh, is that when she cried? Is that what she was saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would have set the law then.
I immediately questioned my daughter about every interaction she has had with her dad. And she swears he has never touched her. But she is devastated to find out that her dad would do something like that.
True.
Something like this. To be honest, I knew he was a trash ass dude.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he was.
You just thought he was sorry. Bad. Yeah.
I needed some advice on how to navigate my daughter through this.
Yeah.
She's so hurt, and I don't know what to say to her. Is this how people feel when they find out they have a serial killer in their family?
Yeah.
On one hand, I'm glad that my child. I'm glad it wasn't my child this happened to, but still, I hate that this 12-year-old baby had to go through this. I don't know where to go from here. Also, his wife is white, so is she. So is her daughter, and not to mention what. Not that matters, but
it do matter. It do matter. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear
Jesus.
about that. No, I thought she was. You know how kids call in the middle of the night and be like, "I'm ready to come home because I can't have no brownies."
Yeah.
You know how kids be trying you, especially if you like divorced or separated, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming she called and was like, "I'm worried, come get me." So of course you were in the
Yeah.
right. You came and do what you're supposed to do. So I just want to acknowledge that. Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah, you got to disconnect this.
Mm-hmm.
It's no. This is a zero tolerance for me.
Absolutely.
Like, we're gonna talk to the daughter, but I would cuss him the fuck out.
Yeah.
So fucking clean. I would report him to the authorities.
Yeah.
I would the cuss out will be so vicious. Him and his bitch. Hey, bitch. And I will go report to the authorities. I think I'll give benefit of that. I was like, you got 24 hours. And I'm going straight to the authorities and I'm reporting it. First and foremost, I'm going to do that because I ain't nothing to be played with. And I don't care what none of them parents who in La La Land saying what's going on. I'm doing it. I'm reporting it.
Right.
My child can't be around you no more.
Nope.
I'm probably getting some restraining orders or some distance orders for now so we can figure it out. Sis, I know you're talking about, we're going to get to your daughter, but you need to get your paperwork in order. So after you fill restraining orders, whatever that is, you need to go to, is it the friend of the court or what is it, probate court? And start drawing up some stuff. He don't need to have custody of your daughter no more.
Nope.
That's not going to be acceptable. And when he visit, it needs to be supervised visits. Like, you need to start getting all that shit in order right now because it ain't going to be pretty. I'm going to tell you that right now. So that just on a paperwork end, I would do it. But with your daughter, I think it's about, because she's what, 14?
Yeah,
it's about being, it's almost as transparent as you are now in conjunction with the therapist.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry this whole weight to be super mom and know what to say, how to say, and at that same time. Because she said nothing happened, but honestly, you still don't know.
No, you don't.
And I think I would go back to her to be like, you know, baby, I really love you. I just want to be sure. You know, just be explicit. Even saying, you know, I don't know what to say, tell to you in this situation, but I do know it's horrible. It's unacceptable. Don't you, however you feeling is absolutely valid. There's no right or wrong way to feel about it. You can be angry. You can be sad. You can be mad about that. Like, giving her space and just validating those feelings. And to even reiterate, to say, this has to be so, I'm so sorry this is happening. I know this is so hard for you to process with this being your father. Then also I would be upfront with her too to say, you know, I'm your mother and my job is to protect you. So until until, you know, we navigate through this space, there is going to be distance between you and your father. Like, be upfront about that type of stuff. Make sense too? Yeah. Then we have to go see a therapist. We'll have to see a therapist.
That is so unfortunate.
We'll have to. And again, nothing could have happened. Sis did everything she was supposed to, but you have to get a professional in on that because sis, baby girl's going to have to process this. Her father were doing this type of things to another young girl, her stepsister.
Right.
And how does she's going to have moments where she hates him, but she still loves him. And how do you move through that dissonance?
Yeah.
And as a mother, I don't know if you're equipped or if that's your responsibility to help navigate through that. Because that's your baby's father. And that will be kind of a last string for me. To be like, fuck this nigga. But your daughter, that's her father. It's still going to be a certain type of love that's connected there. And I think she is going to need some professional help in how to navigate what that love looks like and how that manifests and how you do it as a distance. But I will go immediate, like, protection mode.
Absolutely.
I'm reporting. I'm letting him know what the fuck's going on. I'm letting her know what's going on.
And he might get his ass whooped too.
Nigga, don't be on nigga shit.
What?
We're trying to give practical advice. But first, don't let this just slide. Don't let this be put it out there. Report up and out. Sexual assault, especially among women, it's just nothing to play with. Period. And I'm bold. I'll tell you. And go about my business. But therapy, being transparent, being open, reiterating love, reiterating to her there is no right way to feel about this. What you think, Nirams?
I agree. All that, in addition to getting some guns.
Don't get no guns. You say getting some guns.
Yeah, he needs his ass whooped.
12.
He needs his ass whooped before he go to jail, and then when he gets to jail. But that's just me. That's just my hood tendencies. That I have in me. That's the thug-rific in me.
The who?
Thug-rific.
My heart hurts for that though, and I'm sorry for you too, sis. Right? You make sure you take your time because that has to be one of the ultimate violations of trust. Because I imagine your child is one of the most precious things that you have. And for you, for her, first of all, I already know you're doing good mother, and for her to come to you, tell you, navigate what's going wrong. But I know it had to be something in the back of your head to be like, fuck. My spidey sense, I knew this, like you said, this nigga was trash, but my spidey sense didn't pick up on that. So give yourself a little bit of grace too, and take care of yourself too.
Yeah. My last email is from Fly News Guy, and it says, know your status. Hey, Black Love Matters family.
Yes. That's all I got to say is yes.
It's your favorite Twitter cousin checking in. Long time since I had time to check in, but now that I'm on my early AM shift, I have nothing but time to catch up with you guys. Oh, how I miss hearing your commentary to uplift and give me a good laugh around these colonizers. Not long ago, I emailed you all with great news about my new job to sadly have a death within my extended family. 3 weeks into my job, I got a call that I never wanted to hear. My best friend died from AIDS complications. Damn,
sorry.
man. Sorry about that. It's been extremely rough that I have lost the only gay brethren within my LGBT community that I grew up with since high school, and trusted it is no longer with me. And I've been tearing up inside because we're young. I'm 29. He was 25.
Baby.
Damn. I'm honestly having difficulty. I have a difficult time dealing with this. Every song makes me sad. I've been so angry inside, and I know this isn't my character. However, I had so many former friends from back in the day check in on me, send me Uber Eats and words of wisdom throughout the day. Throughout the day, we lost a greater brother, and his spirit shall forever watches over us. I know how much you all stay on top of us with visiting our PCP, protecting ourselves, and having an open conversation about HIV/AIDS, especially among the Black community, primarily Black youth 18 to 24 or Black women. Now I'm more open than ever to continue to continue my education of HIV/AIDS PrEP medications, and I'm also attempting to join HIV/AIDS walk this fall.
Let us know so we can donate if you join the walk.
As a community, please know your status. Stay informed. Don't be afraid of what the outcome may be. It's so uncanny how Pose has been hitting it on the head with conversations of HIV this season. I'll check in with you all on Pose as I'm grieving from Candy's death. LOL. Much love. Check on y'all soon. Fly News Guy.
Yes. Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves. We cannot run from this. You have to, if you're having sex with multiple partners, unprotected, you have to consistently get checkups. You have to consistently get checked for STIs, HIV. You have to do these things. It's more important to know your status when it comes to this than not know anything at all. I don't want to be a broken record. It's not how it was when it first kind of became an epidemic in the 80s. It's different now. If you catch it early enough, you can live a long life, but you have to catch it and be aware of it. They have all types of medicines, like Fly News Guy said, PrEP, right? If you have a partner who has it, so you don't get, like, it's so many steps that you have to take. We have to get beyond this guilt, shame, hurt, and defeat.
Right.
Take care of yourself, and you need to know it. And I don't care who you with. I don't care who you laying with, who you loving with. Everybody needs to get checked out.
Absolutely.
And as Nia Daddy says, as many penises are in the room, that's how many condoms you need to have. Period. Point blank. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We got voicemails.
Ooh,
we got to let them roll. What was it? No, because it's real talk,
deep,
though. You know, we talk about we laugh with the colonizers and we be kikiing about shows and stuff. But this is real, y'all.
This is life.
Health is nothing to be played with. It's nothing. Okay. Look, y'all done made me firm. I'm losing my voice, Nirams. All right.
All right, we got a first voicemail.
All right, let's roll. Let's see what it says.
Hey, Nirman Ayambi, what up? Sir Jeffrey 5D. I hope that you guys are having a good time here on the East Coast. Definitely miss hearing you guys, 3 times a week. Kind of kind of gave y'all the side eye. I was a little mad at y'all, but I know you got to, take the time off and explore and live your own lives.
Right.
Don't
I
get
love
mad
you guys. Thank you guys for checking on me a couple days ago.
Oh, I was so
I'm all
worried.
good. Rest up. I'm resting up and everything, but I love you guys. Can't wait to hear you guys back on, and take care and have fun. All right. Peace.
Yeah, we was checking in on that. Y'all said,
I
what
got
the hell
worried. Yeah, he
going
was
on?
sick. But why that comedian got me noticing that? Have we always done it as a black community?
What?
Did double words to put emphasis. Sick. Bad. Hungry.
Not hungry.
I haven't noticed that since
Actually,
I haven't noticed that since the comedian did it. I was like, it's like now I can't unhear it.
That nigga was sick.
And I mean sick in the hospital. We ain't talking about NyQuil sick.
Right.
Because NyQuil sick can be bad too. But when you got to get high IVs and all that, that's sick.
It is.
let me touch on one more goddamn thing.
Okay.
I was in the neglect for black people, especially black men. Probably goes the same for black women. I mean, just as much. The neglect for us in the hospital system is real. I experienced negligence, from an all-white staff, and when the sisters, the nurses were there, the black sisters, I felt provided for, taken care of, but as soon as the night shift came, man, the neglect for us up in that system is real. It took my strong black, woman friend to come up there and get them together real tight. They got their heads wrapped real tight and let me out of there, but, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. And also, I just wanted to tell all y'all black women listening that I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being a backbone of this fucking earth. All right, y'all. Peace.
You're right. I've had really good experiences in hospitals. I don't know if it's the ones I went to, or my Leo behavior, but more times than not, Sir Jeffrey is absolutely freaking correct. Because even outside of the hospital, when you go to these doctors, you have to be in their ass. A lot of times when I tell my friends women, I'm going to do this. We're a little bit better at it than men are. Women, if we going to the hospital, we going to the doctor, we not getting some shit we like from the doctor, we going to push back or we going to get a second opinion, we getting the fuck out of there. More likely than not. But you men, sometimes, when y'all go to the doctor, be in the hospital, the doctor be like, yeah, your toe green, but it's okay. You be like, oh yeah, it is okay. I'm like, what the fuck? No, it's not okay. So even a lot of my male single friends, when they go to the doctor, I be like, do you want me to go with you? And at first I think it was kind of weird, but I think who was it? Nia took me up on the offer, and I be in the nurse's ass. That he be like, you be asking those questions? You got to be in their ass.
You need an advocate.
You need an advocate to be like, explain what that means. Is borderline? Has it been borderline for a long time? Is there something we can do more actively to move it?
Right.
When was the last time we ran blood work? That's the type of stuff you got, because then when they know you on their ass, shit changes.
They surely do.
So for doctor, primary care, and also in them hospitals, you got to roll up. And I remember even having grandparents in the hospitals or nursing homes. You got to roll up in that boy at 2 a.m. sometimes.
Sure do.
My family was known for that. We'll come at random hours. It'll be 4 a.m. Yeah, we just checking. And they be like, he's sleeping. I was like, we know he's sleeping. We just checking in to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, if you don't know what time, what hour of the day I'm coming, what it's going to look like, wash day this day, is the clothes washed and you got to keep them on their toes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like children.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to tell your kids you come home at 8 p.m. and come home at 4. Just like I do Nero. When I catch him, what's it called? Well,
Loch Ness, no monster.
Not the Loch Ness.
No.
What is it? Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
So one time I told Nero, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to be super late. Get your food, babe. Just relax. Do you? And Nero was like, no, I got so much work. I'm just going to be hustling the whole day. You going to be hustling at work. I'm going to be hustling at home. It'll be good. I said, okay, cool. Whatever happened, some ended early, meetings canceled, somebody got sick. So I was like, let me go on home. I come home, who laid up on the couch with ripped up drawers and Chinese food? It ain't know what to do. I thought you hustling.
I was hustling.
Working hard.
Nigga was tired.
What happened? Oh.
Was hustling. Mm-hmm. Just hustling.
Damn, kind of seemed like the ring time has increased, but the message time decreased. But what up, though?
What up,
What up,
though?
Zombie, it's your boy, Sir Jeffrey, 5D at the end. I'm glad you guys are back. I'm glad that you guys had a great vacation. Hope that you enjoyed it. Sound like you did. just real quick, I really liked the review you did on Euphoria. I'm a fan of the show myself. I think that Zendaya did a great job.
She did.
And I really think that's like the late millennials and Gen Z, because I'm sure of a lot of us who were born in like 85, like myself, or had that phase in their teenage years. But anyway, glad you guys are back. Love you guys. I will leave another voicemail soon. I just wanted to drop that quick message, and peace.
I do believe, and some folks are like, oh, it's over exaggeration. I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I mean, maybe, yeah, with the Fenty glitter under the eye, but I do think these kids are not playing in these streets. That's y'all problem. Y'all be underestimating these children. I don't underestimate none of that shit. I think that all of it, they're doing it. We just watched this thing. Maybe we have to talk about it on like fentanyl. Y'all know I'm a nerd. I'm a black nerd. So I had to go down and do deep. Like, what is like this origin of fentanyl? What are they using? What are the farm companies doing? I believe in a good conspiracy theory, right? And a lot of these farm companies are now creating the antidote for it. Because, fentanyl, you can overdose on fentanyl on just dustings of it. It's so powerful. Yeah. And doctors are prescribing it to folks who don't need it. And if you don't need it, you get hooked on it. Or even if you're able to use it in control, it's still in your house. Then if your kids is bored and they mistake it for their Flintstone vitamins, now they taking fentanyl. It's such a cyclical cycle that's happening with this. Also, they just came out with this new drug. What's it called? Duvia or some shit like that?
Yeah, something like that.
That's 10 times stronger than fentanyl.
And that's crazy because fentanyl is like 500 times stronger than heroin. So now
we're going to be walking around like zombies.
So it's 5,000 times stronger than heroin? And you thought heroin was some shit.
And I do not know of most, and I'm sure it exists, that recover from heroin. Mm-hmm. Heroin is a powerful drug. You hear me? So now we're talking about 5,000 times stronger with just dustings and stuff on your lips. Because what was going on, too, all them folks, remember that town who, like, 25 people died? Yeah. Because it was heroin and they laced it with fentanyl, but they overdid it with the fentanyl, so everybody just overdosed. Yeah. It's something going on, y'all. We about to be the Walking Dead in this bitch.
Inshallah.
We'll have to unpack that. That made me even...
Get hurt. Can't go to the doctor and take nothing.
You got to be just give me Tylenol.
Just give me, what is it?
And an ice
Emotion
pack.
800.
Yeah, ice pack.
I'll bear through this.
Because it's so addictive.
Yeah. Oof. And you be constipated.
Oh, I mean, I wish that was just a side effect now.
Hey, Miriam and Nayam. This is Karen from South Florida. I hope you are... adjusting to your new position. Congratulations on the new job.
Thank you. I appreciate
definitely deserve it. Mayams, I hope you're doing well on your wellness journey and keep going with the personal trainer. I just wanted to give you guys a call because I have a son that's going into the 3rd grade this year, and I pulled him out of his old school from the school he's been at since kindergarten. It's a predominantly white school in my parents' neighborhood. My son and I moved close by, but it was a different school zone. So I could have kept him at the school he was at, but I wanted to pull him out and put him in a more diverse school that was literally just, probably a couple of miles away because I wanted more diversity. The school that he was at was very white, and I never felt quite comfortable, even though my son is biracial. His father is half white and half Mexican, but just wasn't enough color. There was only one person of color, the assistant principal, entire school. So it was about maybe 3% black.
Wow.
Never quite felt right there. So I pulled him out and put him in a new school, and we met his teacher today, and she is black. She is Jamaican, and I am so happy. I even told her I'd give her the biggest hug, and I'm so happy my son's going to be with a black woman for the year. He's going to see diversity. He's got a picture of Obama. The teacher has black figurines on her desk, and I'm just loving it and excited for the new school year. I'm excited for my son for new exposure. And Ayambi, I know you talked about this, about, black kids, seeing themselves in school. And I just think I was kind of nervous, but now I feel so much better about my decision about pulling my son out of the school and putting him in a
Do you want another message?
Yeah, you did.
But it is important, and it is a fine line, right? Because you at this point where you want them to be equipped to either go to college, be an entrepreneur, go do a trade. But y'all, I keep arguing. It is something so influential in those earlier years where, honey, you can teach them colors and shit and addition and shit. You can supplement that, because I think you supplementing that, and not saying that the schools don't do it. They might do a wonderful job. They may absolutely be equipped. But if that's just something you're worried about, the rigor, air quote, that's the shit. That's the rigor you can teach them. And I'm willing to do that in exchange for high self-efficacy and just thinking highly of yourself and placing your blackness, right? That's what's important to me at that age, establishing that. And I think we wait too long to do that for children.
Yeah.
So your child don't need to be in middle school, high school, and you trying to get them connected to their culture. That's too late.
Yeah.
That's something you have to establish from a very young age. And then the goal is, after you do that at a young age, elementary, they're comfortable in who they are, have high self-esteem, high self-confidence. Then, okay, if we got to transfer to go to different schools to give you opportunities and programs to get you a different place, that's cool. But at least they have a grounding on who the fuck they are.
Exactly.
Because if not, they would tear them apart and down. And never mind, go ahead. Oh, was it something else?
Yeah,
Hi, it's Karen again. Now I feel special because I've gotten cut off by y'all's voicemail. Anyway, so I just wanted to say to the other parents out there that, like, it's not always about academics. Both schools, I feel like, are equally good academically. But, I wanted my son to be around more black and brown people during the day to get just a better rounded view of the world and how it is. And, not feel like he doesn't match his classmates. And I know we've had a couple of conversations at his old school that was predominantly white. He knew that he was a little bit different than the other kids, and his teachers couldn't really, explain it to him because they've never been a minority. So
just like Savannah said,
I'm just thankful to God and so happy that we're going to have a good school year, and I feel that my son's in a good school, feel more at home. And to all the parents out there, hope you all have a great school year. Nirma and Naomi, love you guys. Keep it up. Hey, Mabel, baby. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
It's important, y'all. And I'm not saying forever, but it's something about building that sense of pride and self and blackness, whatever the culture may be. Civil rights black, island black, Caribbean black, continent black. I don't care. Or like this baby is black, white, and Mexican.
Right.
He needs to know that and be clear and be proud of every aspect of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Surely do.
Hi, Nirm and Naomi and Mabel. Hi, Mabel, too. Oh, wow, I never thought I'd be one of the people to call in and leave a voicemail. Anyway, I just finished listening to episode 270, and I was listening to it at work, and I had to pause and listen after work. But to comment on your question about whether or not Vanna White is Puerto Rican, she is. Not only is she Puerto Rican, she is related to my very good friend's father. So if you go on her Wikipedia page, that last name, that maiden name, Rossage, is definitely Puerto Rican, and I have met some of her family members, so I can verify for you. She is for sure Hispanic. Latina? Hispanic? Latina? I forget which one we're supposed to be using right now. But anyways, love your show. You guys are just the best. You're hilarious. Love your banter. You have great conversation. I'm kind of on the newlywed side of things, so I definitely listen closely to you guys and your advice and your thoughts and your opinions. So thanks. Keep putting out good stuff. Bye.
Nero may know what to believe when I said that. Even after Nero was like, "Is Vanna Puerto Rican?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't believe you." I was like, "Why would I lie on Vanna White?" I was like, first of all, how you think Vanna went all these years unproblematic?
Because she Puerto Rican.
Because in that space of privilege, Vanna be sitting in with Pat Sajak.
Right.
She could have plenty of opportunities to be out here in Beverly Hills or wherever they film at, New York, reckless. But what Vanna do? She go put on her cute dress. She go hit that numbers or hit them letters and hit that mirror and the turnover. And she go about her damn business. How y'all think she was going to be unproblematic?
Jesus.
She a woman of color.
Oh, Savannah.
Her name is Savannah.
What up? Savannah and Naomi. Sorry, I know y'all like, who the hell is calling me in the morning? Because y'all in California. It's like, 6:30 here. I'm getting the girls ready. This is Chan. I was saying, I binge watched Orange is the New Black in one weekend since it was so good.
It was good.
The other seasons was trash, but this one was really good. Sadly, it's the last season. Euphoria is definitely... What are you?
Hey, baby.
You wearing those shoes. Chill up. Go get some to eat. Euphoria is definitely a great show. You should definitely watch that show. Anya, leave her alone.
I think they about to fall out.
I hope y'all can hear me over here. Ari, stop! You look bad in the game!
Whoop him, Chan.
Don't whoop them. Don't whoop them.
Whoop him, Chan. He called back.
Don't whoop them. Don't listen to Niram. Niram be always the one who like whoop them.
Euphoria is a great show. You guys should watch it. I love the finale. Ari. What else was I say? The Black Girl Sketch Show. I didn't laugh not one time. I was trying to find it funny, but I couldn't find it. The only scene that was kind of funny to me was when Homegirl was going through the alarm system. That's it.
Oh.
Everything else wasn't funny. And I was happy that was only 30 minutes. Hopefully the second episode they might get me. But this first episode didn't do nothing for me. Mm-mm.
The Hurt Tapping? Man,
I don't know if you guys watched Intruder. I need to watch that. That's really good. It's a good movie. The one with Megan Good.
Yeah, I want to watch
what else do I have to say? Angela Bassett, a whole snack for life.
Bassett.
And I feel like even in her 80s, she's going to be a whole snack
we all
for life. I love her. I really do love her. And that show on Netflix that she's in, I forgot what
Otherhood.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah,
let me go ahead and take Anya to school.
All right.
Bye.
Chan is right when we're talking about the Black Lady Sketch Show. She right. I don't know if there was parts that I laughed till I was crying. Because I think when I think about sketch show laughing till I'm crying, what is that black lady? We need to put respect on her name. That was on Mad TV. They used to play Whitney Houston. Oh. When she comes on the scene, I used to laugh till I cried. Mm-hmm. I don't get that from Black Lady Sketch Show. It's definitely more. It's a different type of comedy. It's not la ha 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 funny comedy. But Chan is right.
It's like a social commentary.
And I think if you go into with that, you're gonna be like missing the mark.
Yeah, missed the mark. The thing is,
Chan is right though. It's not ha 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 funny. It's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to think of an equivalent white show. They have it. But yes, Chan, Chan is not wrong. It is not a ha ha ha. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. But it is something that does need to be on network.
Yeah.
And also the type of black woman who's in it. I don't know if I necessarily, of course I stand for Robin Thede. But that's Nicole Bauer sometimes. But the other women, I don't know if I'm as bought in on their comedy. Like, I know there are black women who are comedians and, they beast at their game. Yeah. And I'm always going to support them for that. But I don't know if they were folks that were actively going out to see. Like, I think of, Quinta from BuzzFeed. Like, that's a very different type of energy than what I'm used to. Like, I'm being problematic. I would love to see Monique on there. I think Monique would make it hilarious.
I think so, too.
I think, that type of stuff. I would love to see a throwback to some of our legendary comedians. I would love to see a throwback to, Samora, I mean. I would love to see a throwback to, what's the lady name? Lunel. And I know all of it doesn't have to be, and I know they do stand up, but just a hat nod to these women who made the space. If it wasn't for those women, this wouldn't even be an option.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Chan not off with that. Hello.
Hi, I hope this is the Black Love Matters.
It is.
Podcast voicemail because it has some woman on it that sounds like
everybody hate the white woman.
Anyways, I was just listening to you guys' first episode because you reposted it. My name is Ariel or Ari Desi. I left you guys a comment one time. And I live in the Bay Area, but I was listening to you guys' first episode because you reposted it. And that was good because I had never heard the first episode, and it was just cool to see, where you guys started and a little bit more about, your background. Of course, I've heard about your background over the months of listening and stuff, but y'all had me weak. Just seeing that y'all been like this the whole time, and it's just an inspiration to see how much you guys have grown over this time since you've had the podcast. So keep it up, and happy belated birthday to my fellow Cancer, and to Mabel as well. Y'all keep it up. I'll be listening.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
I told you.
I haven't listened to the first podcast in a while. I need to go back and listen to it.
People don't even be going back and listening to the first one.
They was like, I'm supposed to first. I said, nobody want to hear the first one. They was like, yes, they do. That some people haven't heard it. I said, they have heard it. They was like, they ain't scrolling back that far.
They ain't. And I think on Apple Podcasts, they don't even let you go back that far. I think it's like the latest 100 or something like that.
Okay, so that might be good. Like when we're out, we'll just maybe start working backwards.
That's why it's beneficial to have that Black Love Matters family, so they can have all the podcasts in one place.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And this is the last one, babe.
Hi, Narum and Naomi. This is Auntie Ya, and I'm so glad you guys are back. I just had to call after that praise report from my son, Narum. When you started to talk about your blessing, the word that came to my mind was faithfulness. And not only that, yeah, God is faithful, we know that. Just the two of you being faithful. And then the young brother, being blessed in a tremendous way. So, I love it. It was encouraging, and I'm sure the words that you guys spoke regarding that situation is definitely going to help some young brother or sister, even older brothers and sisters. Since I'm on my way out in terms of retirement, I got 9 more months.
Come on.
I'm just really proud of you guys. Yeah. And thank you for continuing to be faithful to Black Love Matters as well, because you could have dropped that too, given the situation. So anyway, y'all, keep up the good work and holla. And by the way, I live in California, so let me know if y'all going to do something out here. A meet and greet. Bye.
We need to celebrate this retirement. Them goals we all trying to get to. Because as millennials, I don't know if that's an option.
Sure.
The way these checks and Roth IRAs and 401ks and recessions set up.
Right.
Oh my goodness, thank y'all so much. It is so good to be back. I feel like we're finally getting in our groove. We're finally finding balance with work. I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Y'all have y'all good weekend.
Have a good week. Let's have a good one.
Yeah.
So as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to the website. That's blacklovematters.com, or that SoundCloud, or that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.